Welcome back to Daddy Daughter Science Show. We have a very special guest today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's episode 6. Like I said, we have a very special guest. It's my grandpa. I like to call him Opa.
Good morning, Selah.
Hi.
Hi. Selah's asked me to talk about physical science and hiking today. So today we're going to talk about hiking.
What's
physical science. Physical science is the study of the natural world. And so the areas that we're going to talk about today are physics, that is the study of forces. We're going to talk about topography, which is the study of the land itself, the slope and its shape. And we're going to talk a little bit about meteorology, or the study of weather, and how it relates to
what?
Meteorology. We're going to talk about how weather impacts hiking.
Should we get going with the tent?
Okay, one of the things that we're going to look at
when hiking, safetyness, healthiness, and happiness are very important. Right, Opa?
That is right. Safety is paramount whenever you're hiking. You always have to watch the weather, because when you're hiking back in the mountains, the weather can change very rapidly. And if the the weather changes very rapidly, you have to have a shelter.
Like a lean-to?
A lean-to is a quick means to be able to have shelter and to protect yourself.
Or you could build a tent. If a lean-to is so quick, it probably only needs a couple things to build with.
That's right. I carry something in my rucksack every time I go hiking in order to build a lean-to in less than 10 minutes.
Oh, wow, that's very quick. Shall we get building?
Let's do it.
Yes! Now that we have our lean-to built, why would we build a lean-to?
Remember, we talked about safety first?
Yeah.
And when you're hiking and you see bad weather coming, you have
gray clouds?
like gray, black clouds, the winds, starts picking up.
Or
so you want
sprinkling?
Yes, and you want to protect yourself to keep yourself from getting wet, because if you get wet, you get cold and then you can get sick. So the next thing you talk about is, why did we pick this place? When you're looking for a place to set up a lean-to, you're looking for some place that has some shelter to help break the wind when the wind is blowing, to help cut down on the amount of rain, okay? And so the next thing you're looking for is you're looking for what is known as slope. Remember we talked about physical science? Mm-hmm. You're looking for terrain where you have a slope where when the rain comes down, it flows around you. That place that we looked at earlier, it had low land and we would have been sitting in water.
Opa, we put this lean-to up very quick. What did we use to build the lean-to?
We use items that we take on every backpack trip with us whenever we go hiking. If you notice, we use hiking poles. We're always using the hiking poles when we're walking.
But Opa, what if you have to use the hiking poles, but you have them in your tent?
Okay, you remember this is an emergency shelter. A lean-to is something that you put up for an emergency situation, okay? And even if you wanted to sleep overnight, in a lean-to, you're not going to be hiking, at night. So your tent poles are here, and the tent poles are good because you don't have to go out and look for sticks. I've had to do that before. Before I had tent poles, I used to have to go out and chop sticks and have a stick straight enough and both of them be the same size. Okay, we use for anchors, we have anchors look just like this, and those are the ones that we drive into the ground. If you notice, each one of the tent stakes, that's what people call them, that we use, they also have tie downs on them. So we're able to use slip knots on our tie downs so we can just pull it real quickly. In fact, we can take this tent apart and pack it up and have it in our rucksack in less than 5 minutes.
Oh wow, that's very quick. Opa, what are we sitting on and what's above this? Like, what other materials did we use?
Yes, these are both lightweight tarps that you can buy in any store. You can buy, in fact, these came from Walmart, okay? And they are very lightweight, and you can carry them on any backpacking trip, that you want. The most
they're
critical,
very light,
yeah, they're
right?
really light, but the most critical part of this material is it's waterproof, okay? And it's all windproof. In other words, it will not allow the wind or the water to get inside and get you or your equipment wet.
That's a pretty cool tarp.
Yep.
Hey Opa, we tied the rope to the stakes very quick. What rope did we use?
What kind of knot we use is we use the slip knot, because a slip knot allows you to be able to tighten the ropes to the tent without having to move the stakes. You want to see how you tie it?
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing you have to do is you wrap around whatever you're going to use, and you let what we call the running end, that's this end, go over the top, and then the running end gets looped back up inside of the tie-off. Okay, and so see what happens is the pull, this is not going to come loose. See, you can pull it as hard as you want to. But if you want to loosen it, watch what all you have to do. You just pull this one end and it's off. Okay?
Wow, that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching episode 6 of the Daddy-Daughter Science Show. And I'd like to say thank you to our very special guest, my Opa. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Opa, is there anything else you want to say?
Yes, I just want to wrap up by saying today we learned about the physical science in hiking in an emergency situation. We talked a little bit about the meteorology of observing storms when they come in and having a backup to put up a lean-to to protect us from the storm. We also learned about how to pick the place that we're going to pick, in other words, the topography of the land, and we talked about a little bit about physics in using a counter force to be able to set up a lean-to tent.
Bye!